hunting if you want chicken banana. What you making? You know what I'm going to do? Great for baking. Oh, it's messy. Oh. Oh, broke something. That's probably not good. Well, don't read that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's see. We got the good stuff going into the alright stuff. Alright. Let's see. Hello. Hey, Preppy Creations. How are you? Guess what we're making, right? We've run out. It's almost midnight here in Georgia in the United States, and we've run out of chocolate syrup to make chocolate milk. So I'm making my own for superhero retirement. Rashmi, welcome. Let's see what we can do here. All right, and then we're going to boil some water so we can melt that chocolate and that sugar, that cocoa and that sugar, and make chocolate syrup. And that's it. 3 ingredients: hot water, cocoa, and sugar. And you got chocolate syrup. No offense, I creepy. What you mean, man? I know. I do it on purpose. Preppy creation. But you know, you can have creepy and creepy. So we have this, and then we can also have. Yeah. So that's the cool thing about the internet is I can be creepy and kind of interesting and make chocolate milk. And you can talk to me about it, and I can talk to you about it. Sorry, Preppy Creations. You have a good rest of your night. I'm going to make some milk chocolate. All right. You're creeping me out with the bananas, man. Nice. Yeah, that's a nice way to get rid of them, huh? So there we go. Now we've got. Now I'll do take care of this. So now I just boiled some water in some. I just boiled some water in the microwave. Bye bye Rashmi. Rashmi or bye bye Preppy. Okay. Filled that guy up, and now we're gonna make some. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, let's see. I'm back. I'm back, creepy. Welcome back, my friend. With nothing else to watch on this crazy internet of ours. All right, let's see. All right. We got Rashmi back, everybody. We got Rashmi back. All right, so let's add a little bit more water to dissolve some more sugar, and then we're going to make some chocolate milk. All right. Remember, sometimes people like being creepy, but there's definitely a difference between creepy. There's a difference between creepy, scary, and unnerving. And I have, oddly enough, we're gonna go see my chickens, Rashmi. Okay? We're gonna see my chickens. Oh my goodness, is he gonna? Let me see. Let me see. 1 second. Oh, sorry, lost it. We're gonna go see my chickens. In my green screen material. See, not too bad. I raise hens. They're all hens, so they're not for food. They're for they lay eggs. So I'll have them for 15 years. They're gonna be my pets and my friends, and make eggs. It'll be great. All right, back to the creation. Yeah, I'm going to make my milk chocolate to make me chocolate milk. Okay. So now what we're gonna do? Get a big old. I'm gonna find a real big glass. I'm thirsty. Okay. We're gonna put our syrup in. Okay. Okay, it's nice dark milk chocolate. Nice. Oh, cheers. Ah, delicious. so, so I work for the movie industry here in Georgia, USA, and so I'm a prop maker. I make props, and design, and not design, but build sets that movies are made on. And it's pretty fun. There's a lot of interesting stuff to do when you're making movies. Hey Rashmi, where are you located, brother? Are you in America? Are you in what Rashmi's saying? Is that Pakistan or is that India? Where are you from, brother? He just said yup. Okay, let's see. All right. We are going to. We got a big old jar of chocolate syrup, and you can use this to for anything. You use Hershey's syrup or whatever your favorite Bosco. But it's pretty cool. Chocolate. You have to love the chocolate. All right, now we got some milk chocolate. Let's see, whatever. It's fine. Looking good. We got me a Rashmi. Rashmi's hanging out. All right, make a little bit more chocolate milk. Back creepy. Rashmi is my new favorite name. I'm gonna name my children Rashmi. Okay. Nope, I just did that. Missed the milk. Delicious. Alright. Homemade chocolate sauce to make homemade chocolate milk. Frothy. Let's see. Delicious. A little more chocolate in there. That can't help, Ah, nice. Oh, that was way too much. Nice. Nice. It's the deliciousness. Oh, man, it's so good. I got a chocolate syrup. It's so dark and rich. So if you like chocolate milk, it only takes a few seconds to make your own. Yeah, it's so good. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I guess if Rashmi left, we can make a ham sandwich. Because I don't think. I think they. I don't know. I don't want to guess his heritage, but Rashmi, you might want to close your eyes for this next part. What do you mean? All right, so we got homemade chocolate syrup, homemade chocolate milk, and now we're gonna make a not homemade ham sandwich. First of all, let's clean up our area. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and shoot it. And also remember, we're doing this every day now, so subscribe if you're interested. I'd appreciate it. I like having friends. chocolate milk. I'm hanging out. I'm real sleepy. The guy that I watch is kind of creepy. He's rapping. Oh, awesome. There we go. We're back. We're back. We're gonna get the light out of your guys' eye. Hey, Ashley. Welcome. You made it. We just made homemade chocolate milk, homemade Hershey's syrup. I'll show. I think your bird might be sleeping, Ashley, but we'll check on your bird real quick. All right, check on your chicken. Okay, it's midnight here where I live. Oh, there you are. There you are, right here, right there. There's the one keeping his eye out for everybody. Oh, what you doing? What? I don't like corn. My son don't like. What you do to my son? You give him corn. But yeah, it's midnight here. It's 11:56. So yeah, they're getting ready for bed. I'm making myself a sandwich and some. I wanted chocolate milk, so I ran out of chocolate syrup, so I made my own. Made my own Hershey syrup. Made my own chocolate milk. Fed the chickens and whatnot. Now talking to the people, going live. Like I said, I'll go live every day now. So there's people like you asking, Russ. I love hanging out with you. Baked some bread. Homemade fresh baked bread. Alright. See what I can do about making it get a better angle. Okay, so we can go this way. That's my feet. Alright. You should always wrap your bread in cloth rather than plastic. Because it's better. It keeps it fresher longer. There we go. Yeah, boy. Because it's delicious. Throw a like if you're interested. I'd appreciate it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Hair nuts. Brand new. Thanks to my contributors. I really appreciate the donations, everybody. Isn't that awesome? Okay. ham sandwich. Mm, mm, mm. Don't move where the banana gets it. So here's dinner, midnight snack. Ham sandwich and chocolate milk with homemade chocolate syrup. Mm, mm, mm. Delicious. I tell you what, one of the one of my favorite things to learn how to make was chocolate syrup to make because I love chocolate milk, and I would always run out of chocolate milk. Always, always. 'Cause I drank it all. Right. So if you constantly run out of chocolate syrup, you can't make chocolate milk, and it only takes like 15, 20 seconds to make chocolate syrup. But I always thought you gotta buy chocolate syrup. You can't make it. It's so easy to make. Three ingredients, and like I said, not even a minute, maybe a minute, including heating up the water. But yeah, it's so good. So and now I make chocolate milk all the time. I love it. Mm, mm, There we go. Banana, chicken, banana. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Banana, banana, ham, banana. All right. There we go. Even even Captain America needs a sandwich every now and then. Very good. Mm, man, that's good. When you make your own chocolate syrup to make your own chocolate milk, it's it's so good because it's like fresh. It's not been sitting in a bottle in a grocery store. It's so good. Mm, mm, mm. I highly recommend it. I think I'm gonna. Let's see. No. But yeah, working on the movie industry and for the franchises, you know, you get fed 3 times a day, but you're working 10-hour days on movies, sometimes 12, and usually 5 or 6 days a week because they got to get the movies done. They got to get the sets built. And a lot of times when you're building movie sets, you're building them inside really big buildings, and they're rented from the movie industry. And the movie industry rents them from people, companies, and then they have whatever a couple of months that they can have the building for. Thank you for thank you very much. They have the buildings for free rent. So we can build, a Doctor Strange's rooftop and everything like that. But then when it's done, you got to tear it all down because some other movie's going to come and needs to rent that space. It feels horrible. Mm, because you would like to think that the movie set will be around forever, and so you can go visit your favorite movie set. But unfortunately, we call it striking them. We tear them down a couple of days after they're done filming, so it's unfortunately it's very, very rare. Some of the parts of movie sets are still kept. For instance, Jungle Cruise, Disney's Jungle Cruise I worked on. The sets were like huge. A lot of them were on the beaches in Hawaii, and a lot of them were here in Atlanta, Georgia. And the big boat, the boat that The Rock, floated and flew around on in the movie, that's still there. We still have that, and they pay to have that parked. So if like in the future Disney theme parks want to use that boat to build a ride or whatever, that's still available. Or if they ever need to do like, if they want to do another one in the future, like a Jungle Cruise 2, they have the boat ready to go because it's so complex. I mean, it's basically like a boat, a full boat that's got rooms in and around it and stuff. I mean, it wouldn't float, it would sink, but it's very neat, and so that kind of stuff is kept. But mostly everything, like the buildings and stuff like that, like I worked on, which would have been the new Blade movie, in Atlanta, and we rebuilt a whole quarter mile of the French Quarter, which is in like where Mardi Gras is in New Orleans. And yeah, when that was done being filmed, they just ripped it all down, built a quarter mile of a city, every building, and then ripped it all down when it was done. So, you know, head in and yeah, so it's kind of a sad day, especially if you first get hired and you first start working for the movies, and you're making kick-ass movies, you're building awesome movie sets and everything's super cool, and then they say destroy it, rip it down. Somebody else has to build a set here for a different movie, and you just spent months building these beautiful spaceships and stuff. Like I worked on Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3, and we had to destroy it when we got done. And we talking about we welded all this metal together, huge, huge, huge spaceship inside of it. They had like 3 floors, and we had when it was done, we came in and just destroyed it, ripped it all down to a pile of mess. It's, it's unfortunate because I mean it was beautiful. Now, it would be nice if we could build it somewhere and then leave it there, because then people could come visit. But the problem is, you don't know if a movie's going to do well when you're filming it. You only know afterwards. So after you film it, months before it even goes to theaters, you have to clean everything up, because the area that you rent, the sound stages that you rent, you have to clear them out for another movie. So for instance, where I did Stranger Things, it was in the same areas and same studios that the Jungle Cruise reshoots and the Jumanji reshoots were in. So you have to you build these buildings and these things. Like I built helped build the Russian jail that's in Stranger Things, and that thing, we put all these bars up, these huge metal doors for the Demogorgon to come out of, the Devil Dog, and that got ripped down and destroyed. So another movie could come and be filmed there, after it was done. But
It was a, if you ever seen Stranger Things, you know, and you've seen the Russian prison where they were fighting the devil dog. I I spent months building that, helping, you know, helping build that up. You know, we had a team. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing that that stuff gets ripped down and destroyed. But, yeah, you know, it's unfortunate because it was so complex. But what are you going to do with it? You can't. I mean, the thing is, if the show wouldn't have been popular, because it wasn't, it didn't. Nobody saw the show for well, actually, that was right before COVID hit. So that was actually March 13th or whatever, 2020, when the whole world shut down. So that's the last thing I was working on before COVID. So that sat there for 4 years before it even got filmed, before the actors even showed up to film on it and whatnot. So, you know, that's kind of rough. And that was, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars of people, labor, work hours, and materials and equipment that went into building that. So, and then now it's not there. Now there's, who knows, a kid show in there. You know, it could be part of like Barbie Castle or whatever. You know, anything could be in there now. That there's, and like I said, we also in those same studios. It was called Screen Gems here in Atlanta, Georgia. They had this huge tank full of water so that the actors could swim into these underground underwater cave systems that we had to build. And there was like this secret trap door thing that spun with all these rocks on it that we sunk into this tank. And then we had for safety, that was pretty cool. uh, when the actors, you know, they get paid millions of dollars, so you don't want to accidentally drown them, right? So what happens is if they get stuck in the props that we build, the underground, if they get stuck and they can't get out, we have an area on the side of the scuba of the side of the tank where the actors are. If the actors get stuck, you ram the big tank with a forklift, ripping a hole. Okay, well, okay, so say you have say this is the tank that the actors are in, right? So you have the actors inside, and there's all and it's full of water. So you take a forklift and you just drive the forklift boom into the side of it, ripping a hole open, so all the water flows out very very quickly, like in a few seconds. So if they're when you can't get a scuba to them, you know, you just boom, rip it open, and it just drains full of water. That's why, for safety, that's why they do these above ground. They don't do them on underground or in ground swimming areas. They do them in big. We build big tanks above ground so that we can destroy it, run into it, ram it, and drain all the water out very quickly, just in case there's a safety issue. But it's pretty dang neat. Pretty dang neat. All right. Well, I guess I'm finished up now. It's about here. It's 12:13. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. I'll see you guys in about 5, 6, 7, hopefully 8 hours. Get 8 hours of sleep, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for showing up, Ashley. I really appreciate you coming by. Bye bye.